Hey guys, it's Woody the Unexceptional Gamer, and as soon as I got this game, I renamed it Tactical Tuesday because it has this nice mix of things that I did right and things that I did wrong, which is what I'm looking for in a Tac Tuesday game. I have games where I go 30-2, but there's not as much to learn from as the ones where I screw up every now and then, and that's what this game represents. The gun I use mostly is the USAS-12 or USAS-12, and you'll notice I have the holographic sights on it. That's not something I recommend. I try all sorts of different weapon combos while I level up my guns because I learn things. Maybe I'll find something that I can share with you that's worth doing, and I also get the bonus points so I can get to my level 31 faster. That's why the holo's on there. In retrospect, I think I'd rather have extended mags than that sight because it doesn't really help me a whole lot. Now, I avoid this hallway for most of the game. Why? Because it's an assault rifles game. There's always these guys with long lines of sight, head glitching off of the different cover in there, and if you go down there with a shotgun, then you're just asking, you're asking to be shot. You're not playing your game. If you want to play with a shotgun, you need to find guys in the same room as you who are going to suffer a quick death. While if you've got the assault rifle, you really want to find guys who are further away from you where you can use cover to your advantage and get those bullets on target before they can do it to you. That's the difference. So I'm running care package, no idea why. But I'm not a huge fan of care packages. Any kill streak that takes you out of the game can get you killed, and that frustrates me. I really prefer, like the airstrike I like a lot. I like the things that I can call in a hurry, because if I have to call them in and it's a long drawn-out process, then it gets me shot. And you can see that happens a couple times in this game. Even right there, I think that care package didn't work out well for me. So, yeah. All right, I want to talk about aiming down sights for a little bit. In theory, it's better not to. In theory, if you are a perfect person, you're better off shooting from the hip. Why? Because it's faster in every case, and if you're running steady aim like I am here, then the bullet spread is actually tighter from the hip than it is aiming down sights. So for the longest time, I always shot from the hip with my shotguns, every time. And lately I've been changing it up a little bit and aiming down sights. Not like, hard scoping or anything, more like quick scoping, if you were to use that analogy. If you just aim down sights for a little bit, then things help out a lot, and I know why. The reason is the aim assist. If you shoot from the hip, you don't get any help at all. You just drift right past the target at whatever sensitivity you're set at. If you aim down sights, then the target becomes a little bit sticky. Your sensitivity sort of drops as you cover the guy, and it even sucks your aim onto him in a little bit. So watch, I'm being chased by this guy, and I don't know what to do because he has this distance advantage. So I'm popping in and out of cover, trying to find him and get my gunfight, and eventually works out. Anyway, yeah, with the aim assist, which you can't turn off, don't tell me you did, it pulls you onto target a little bit, and even when you're aiming down sights with the shotgun, it helps. That's how Sandy Ravage uses it. Again, sort of stick and move. Wait for that guy to come to me, and then play my game. These guys are all playing my game. Here I am, in close quarters with the shotgun. They're going to struggle to do well against me because this is how it's set up. Now watch how I deal with getting overwhelmed. Waiting for this guy. Take him out. Look at the radar. I know that there's more guys pouring in through that door, and I don't have the ammo to handle it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use cover and try and make it so that I can just survive through this reload and then get some shots on target. I'm also going to be using cover in this sequence to try to take these guys on 1v1 instead of this 2v1 or 3v1 situation that I would otherwise have to deal with. Let's see how it breaks out. So here's the sequence in slow-mo. I'm using cover, stopping him from getting his shots on me. I pop out, identify a better target, and take him first. He's down. Still using cover. Get back on target. Take out this guy. He's down. Now, sound whoring. I catch the guy behind me. He's out too. The whole thing works like it's supposed to. I've discovered that SitRep Pro is better than Dead Silence. I love the thing. I don't know if I'm running it in this game, but I've been running a lot of SitRep Pro lately, and suddenly sound whoring is back. I was a huge sound whore in COD 4, a huge sound whore in Modern Warfare 2, and then somewhere in Black Ops they broke it. The game released completely broken, but then even after they fixed it, there was garbage like trains and missiles, and your own character was really loud, and Black Ops broke sound. Hopefully it doesn't suck in Black Ops 2, but I predict that it will, because current games always suck for sound. Anyway, so I've discovered that sound suddenly with SitRep Pro is incredible. Now you might say, "Oh, Dead Silence is better." It's not. The thing about Dead Silence is SitRep Pro picks it up. So if you're playing a really silent game type like Search and Destroy, you're going to have guys who are crouch walking or who are aim down sight walking that are completely silent. And the guys with SitRep Pro can pick up everybody. They can pick up the guys with Dead Silence, so that the technique that you want in a game like Search and Destroy is to run SitRep Pro and then crouch around to be actually silent, and then you'll have an advantage over everybody. Dead Silence is no longer useful. They broke it in this game, which, depending on which side of the equation you're on, is a good thing or a bad thing. You know, if you want to be a smart player, then I guess you need to be running SitRep Pro and then be actually silent, because Dead Silence is gone. It's broken. It doesn't work. Now here's that long hallway I was talking about. I think about going down it, but instead decide, you know what, I'll just set a trap. Sadly, that guy got the better of me. But I still think that the idea was sound. You want to stay out of there if you're running a shotgun, because it's not going to work out in your favor. You're going to be bumping into guys with assault rifles all the time, just head glitching, waiting for that little crack in the bottom middle or at the crate on the far end. If you're going to run a shotgun, I think you want to be playing the game that I'm playing here, which is stay in this room, stay in these buildings. Don't catch people in the long lines of sight. This map has a lot of long lines of sight. Yeah, there's tons of them. But there are a few spots that you can own with a shotgun, like I try to do here, that work out much better for you than it would be for somebody else. In this next sequence, it's going to kind of demonstrate what I hate about Killstreaks. I have been working forever to get that damn Killstreak planted. I've been trying to find a good spot for it, and eventually that sentry gun gets me killed. Why? Because it's difficult to place. You want to put it in a spot where it's going to do some work, but you have to get over there, and then you're unarmed as you actually place it. And by the way, you're in a lot of trouble as you call in the darn, care package or crate that it arrives in. I've developed a strong preference for kill streaks that don't take you out of the game and that don't get you killed. I think I went -2 on that damn sentry gun, and it never ended up getting anything for me. I would have been better off if I never earned that kill streak, because the placing of these things can be pretty expensive. So yeah. That's my problem with it. And I suppose if you're a perfect person, you can just drop it at your absolute convenience. But, I get excited about those things and the game's almost over. Now, I don't actually like this next sequence of the game. Pay attention to the map and what happens here. My whole team is surrounding me, which implies pretty strongly that the enemy team is not. In my dreams, I do go for one guy. In my dreams, I've got the bad guys here. I've got all the action I need. But look at me right in the middle of all the guys that I'd rather be killing. Sometimes when I play a shotgun or a gun that has a severe limitation, call it a sniper rifle, it takes a little bit of patience to wait for the guys to come to you. And sadly, the only weapon better in close quarters than a shotgun is a knife, and he takes me down. But I thought this was a pretty neat mix of things that I did right and things that I did wrong. I hope you guys enjoy this series, and I hope that you learn from it. When I watch like the very, very best players play, there's some things I can pick up, but there's also things that seem to work for them that don't work for me. And that's why I like watching regular guys play too. Most kills, highest KD, TDM win with a shotgun. That's fine. Good game. Alright, if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a like. I always appreciate it when you do that. If you're new around here, you can click on the blue top right box and subscribe to the channel. See my future stuff coming. 2 vids you may have missed. The top one is Mail Monday. Always goes over well. This one I thought was especially good. And the bottom one is I'm Scared, a video about the crazy stuff that was happening to me the other night as I was home alone, frightened like a little kid. So, yeah, check those out and have a good day.